drinking with this on. So this is not going to be a long video. Very short video. And I often just do these on Facebook because, you know, for some reason, my Facebook family really loves for me to discuss this Rona and this health pandemic, right? So come in the room as I'm drinking my alkaline water with a squinch of lemon juice in it to balance out my pH system. And let me get into the topic because I'm not planning on making this a long video. So I decided to make this video outside so you can see the scenery behind me, the plants, the trees. That's God's natural order of health and healing for our bodies. We breathe out carbon dioxide, and we provide that to the plants, to nature, right? Trees, shrubbery, flowers, and they provide us oxygen. Now, on my last video, I referred to oxygen as H2O. So, sorry about that. Appreciate the digital love. I meant to say O, just oxygen. And then I refer to CO2 for carbon dioxide, right? CO2, hello Brown. Les Brown, also known as Lee Brown. So what happens when you mask out? You put yourself in limited opportunity to inhale pure oxygen, right? Now, if you know anything about the body and health and in your body, right, is that oxygen must be supplied to your brain, right, to your blood, to your heart, cardiovascular system, must transport the heart and transfer oxygen throughout the blood systems and throughout the body. And so when you cut off or limit that supply of oxygen that you inhale, that's limiting your supply of your brain and your blood, which then affects your health, just point blank. So when you limit what you can breathe in by doing this as a suffocation, that is not healthy or health for the body at all. Now, some people may ask me, well, why do doctors, right, or physicians, doctors wear these surgical masks when operating? Well, first of all, the doctors have people in the operation room that's in close proximity to them or him or her, right? And so if they cough or sneeze during surgery, this is to help not spread that cough or sneeze during surgery to the people in the room, not just the patient, the other people that are assisting the doctor in those surgical procedures. That only applies with a cough or a sneeze, right? Not a virus, because we already know that a doctor who is sick or ill will not be performing surgery in the first place, right? A doctor that has a virus, a cold or a flu, or sick or ill will not be performing surgery in the first place. So the only thing strong enough to spread, if just impromptu cough or sneeze during a surgical procedure. Now, it's not necessarily to protect the patient, because the patient, if you all notice, already will have oxygenated treatment. That's why when you go into surgery and they surgically put you to sleep, you already have pure oxygenated supply to you into your body during surgery. So your mouth and your nose is already covered. So it's nothing to transfer from the doctor to the patient as far as airborne illness, because the patient will be receiving pure oxygen throughout the surgery process. And they understand that that patient will need that oxygen to keep their brain and blood cells receiving oxygen through the surgical process. Now, if this is the case, that mask, and I have my iPad out here, that mask could prevent this Rona, then why are there so many, you can't confirm cases in these countries that wear masks? Can anyone explain that to me? Why in Asia, why in Pakistan, 222,000? Why Iran, 235,000? Why in Turkey, 202,000? Why in Saudi Arabia, 202,000? India, 626,000? And their face covering is a part of their culture. So why didn't it prevent the spread there? So again, a recap on everything, because you all know I'm a teacher, so we always have to do an introduction and a recap at the end of the lesson, is that the dangers of face masks are it reduces the amount of oxygen intake to your blood and your brain. Some of the effects of that, or repercussions, or the side effects of that, is it may lead to death, right? You limit your amount of oxygen to your blood and your brain. You start feeling weakness. You have drowsiness, dizziness, confusion, headaches, unconsciousness. Your vision is dim, your sight as a result. Your respiratory system is, again, all these systems are affected when you limit the amount of oxygen that you breathe in through God's way of health and healing. So your respiratory, your respiratory system will be affected because you begin to have shortness of breath. Your muscular system, right? Skin, you will begin to sweat more. Your heart, cardiovascular system will be affected. Increased heart rate and increased blood pressure, high blood pressure. All the symptoms of carbon dioxide toxicity, because you are decreasing your volume percentage of oxygen in the air, but you also are increasing the amount of carbon dioxide toxicity because you are breathing in your own carbon dioxide and bacteria more while limiting pure oxygen intake. So just know why doctors wear this. Just know what you are limiting yourself to, and just know you are decreasing your health. And this is why that this would only be effective if you knew that you had the strand and you wanted to prevent, when you are in crowds of people or being close up proximity of people, you will want to prevent the spreading of this if you were diagnosed with it in the event that you had to cough or sneeze, because that's the only way it could be escalated into the air, through a hard cough or sneeze through this face mask. But other than that, if you are a healthy person, you are making yourself unhealthy by cutting out your oxygen supply and increasing your carbon dioxide toxicity, right? So that's it. Another thing you all need to research is hyperbaric treatment. Hyperbaric treatment is pure oxygen intake to the blood. A lot of diseases and health issues could be cured if a lot of people knew about hyperbaric treatment. So you can Google that, hyperbaric therapeutic treatment, which is also just more pure oxygen provided to the body. People that suffer from diabetes, diabetic issues, high blood pressure issues, a very known, well, it's not very known treatment, but it is well known to people that study health and healing and that community, and it helps heal people and reverse sickness and disease, and viruses alike, flu, everything in the body. So hyperbaric treatment, search that, research that on Google. All right, you all, have a great day. If you're coming in at the end, watch the replay about the dangers, the health dangers of this mask.